With me rambling on, let's talk about the next astrological event that is coming up this month on August the 19th, 2021. We will be experiencing a retrograde, and the planet Uranus is going to go into retrograde. It starts its retrograde again August the 19th of this month at approximately 9:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, cousin. That's my cousin joining us. Okay, so it's going to start August 19th, 2021 at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when Uranus is going to go into retrograde, and it will stay in retrograde until January the 18th, 2022. So that's about roughly 5 months that we're going to have this energy. So let's talk first about what a retrograde is. Okay, if you don't know, all the planets except the sun and the moon, which aren't planets but for education purposes, they're planets. The sun and the moon are the only two planets that don't go into retrograde. And when a planet goes into retrograde, typically it is described as the planet is moving backwards. But actually, it's not moving backwards. What is happening with the planet is its orbit is just slowed down so much until it appears to be moving backwards in relation to the rest of the planets orbiting at their normal rate. So when a planet goes into retrograde, it slows down, which means it slows down its energy, it slows down its influence, so it is not working at its 100% best. But what a retrograde planet, the opportunity it gives us is for us to slow down and for us to be able to just be still with this energy, whichever planet this is in. And it gives us the opportunity to, what's going on with my computer? Anyway, it gives us the opportunity to reflect. Hence the retrograde moving backwards. So we get the opportunity to reflect, review, renew, just go back over anything, different areas in our life, things that we need to just slow down and take a closer look at, or if we just need to slow ourselves down. Maybe we're just moving at such a fast pace in life that the planet is giving us the opportunity just to be still, and just to kind of collect our thoughts and rejuvenate. Now, one of the biggest things that the planet is doing during this retrograde time, it is giving us the opportunity to learn a lesson. So it's going to slow down its orbit. It's going to stop putting so much energy in certain areas of our life to give us an opportunity to reflect, to catch up, to see if we've learned the lesson, to see if we're, learning what we need to learn. Because when the planet finally goes back into direct orbit, and in particular this planet going back into direct orbit January the 18th, 2022, the planet is going to come out of its sleep, come out of its relaxation period, and it's going to expect that you have done the work during this time, you have learned the lesson, and that you're ready to move forward in the direction or in the area of your life that it has let you take a break and educate yourself on. So when the planet wakes up, it does expect certain things from us. So it does expect us to have learned a lesson during this period. So with that being said, does anyone have any questions with regards to what a retrograde is, what's its purpose, yada, yada, yada? Anything with, any questions with regards to what we've just talked about so far? Okay, if there are no questions, just no questions. It's because I don't want to move too fast. I want everybody to understand what this is and how important a retrograde period is, because it's very, very important. So I'm gonna give you a few minutes. Sometimes I think I'm on a delay on this live, so I want everybody to have an opportunity to ask questions if they need to. And no question is a dumb question. No question is a silly question. Ask your questions, and you may find out that someone on this live has the same question. So please, I want people to be active in this live. your questions? Okay, let's move on. So now that we understand what a retrograde is, now we're going to just do some quick education on the planet that's going retrograde. It is the planet. Hello, honey bun. Hey, Yvette. It is the planet Uranus. So Uranus is the planet that is going retrograde, among other planets, because most of our planets are in retrograde at this time. Okay. So Uranus is going to join along with other planets in retrograde. So some fun facts about Uranus. Okay, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So this is the natural ruler of Aquarius. Okay, Uranus governs the 11th house in astrology. So this is in the general astrology. So this is the house of friends. This is the house of our social groupings and affiliations. This is the house of technology, and this is also the house of all our hopes, dreams, wishes, and long-term goals. So that's another thing, a fun fact about Uranus. Currently, Uranus is actually in the sign of Taurus, because the planet goes through all the zodiacs. So Uranus is in the planet of Taurus, in the sign of Taurus. It has been there for quite some time, and it will be there for quite some time. But we want to talk about the retrograde period that is in now. So it's in the planet of, in the sign of Taurus right now. So kind of briefly, my Taurus natives, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Uranus is a planet of unexpected change, unexpected events. Uranus is the planet of reformation. It's also the planet of breaking down the status quo. When Uranus comes around, whether it's through a house or through a sign, it is there to disrupt everything, because Uranus does not like to do things the same way, and it will go through there and it will look around if it's in a particular house and see where there needs to be change or disruption in order for growth and forward thinking to happen. Because in order to have growth, we have to change, we have to evolve, and sometimes that evolution, you have to break down and start over again. And that is the energy of Uranus. Uranus is also a very rebellious type planet. So it is going to rebel against anything that it feels like is hindering its freedom and its individual expression. So, but most of all, it is all about unexpected change and unexpected events is what happens when we have a Uranus retrograde. Now, when we deal with the planet Uranus. Now that it's in retrograde, this is going to affect us internally and externally. So this could be a feeling of internally, you know something needs to change. You know something needs to change. You may not necessarily know what the change is or how to make it happen, but you know internally something needs to change about a certain situation or a certain area of your life. And that's the Uranus energy working on you. It's also an external thing. So even just as much as you have that internal the feeling that something needs to change, externally in your world, something will change. Now, this could be something that is, and I hate to say good and bad, because I don't feel like energies are good or bad. I just feel like energy is energy, and we just have to determine how we're going to work with the circumstances. But I will put it this way. Some of these changes for some people are going to be very welcome changes, like things that you want to happen, you want to see move forward. And for others, this may be changes that you have been resisting, that you have just not wanted to do, that you have not, didn't expect, and this was not part of your plan. But in any case, this is positive. This is positive in moving you forward in your life. It may not necessarily feel good at the time, but it is there to propel you forward, because Uranus is a forward thinking, forward moving, revolutionary type energy. So it may not feel good, and it may not be how you wanted to start this change, but the change is coming. And you need to work with the energy and not against it, because it is there for your benefit. So how we're going to break this down is we're going to go through your rising signs, and we're going to discuss which area of your life you should expect to feel this type of movement. Now, the good part about this is this particular event, the last time Uranus went retrograde, and I want you to write this down because you're going to have to think back to what was happening in your life during that time. So think back to August 15th, 2020 until January 14th, 2021. So again, the period between August 15th, 2020, last year, until January 14th, 2021. I want you to, and you don't have to do it now because you may not be able to remember it, but during this period of time in your life, I want you to think back on what was happening in certain areas of your life once we go through the rising signs, because this is going to be the same energy and some of the same experiences you're going to have again with this new Uranus retrograde that starts on the 19th of this month. So the good thing about this retrograde is you know how this energy worked. You've already experienced it. So when it comes around again, it won't be such a surprise to you, because you're going to be like, oh, I remember this happened before. So now you know how to maneuver into that energy. So it won't be such a shock to you. You already know what happened during this time. So again, think back August 15th, 2020 to January 14th, 2021. Once we go through your rising sign, that's the area that I want you to try to remember what went down during that time that changed you, that was an abrupt change to you, an abrupt experience. Whatever that was, this is going to come around again next week, and you know how to work with this energy. So far, does anyone have any questions before we dive into the individual rising signs and where you can look forward to having this little disruption in your life? Any questions? Please remember that if you need your rising sign, again, you want to go to the free birth chart calculators online, free natal chart calculators. Put in your birth information. Your birth time needs to be exact, needs to be correct, because that's how it's going to calculate your rising sign. But as always, the best way for you to get this this information is book a personal reading with me, and I can get you your sun, your moon, your rising sign, and then we can talk about how the planets are reacting to you personally. We get in depth into your personal birth chart and your personal transit chart, so we can really pull it apart and figure out what is going on with you. So you can inbox me on here, or you can email me. I will leave my email at the end of the live, where you can schedule a reading with me, and we can get started. So let's see, I got a few people that sharing something with us. Let's see. Mine was a good experience. My boyfriend finally started opening up to me. I just told him the other day, you've been doing better for a whole year. Bravo. So with that type of energy, this could just be another breakthrough for you guys in the area of your communication. So that's a positive. That's a good one. That's a really, really good one. So let's get started. And of course, we're going to start at the top of the zodiac with Aries Rising Sun or Moon. Please keep in mind, if you don't have your rising sign, please listen for your sun sign. However, I always suggest that you listen for your rising sign first, your sun sign next, and your moon sign, because your moon sign also governs your emotions and internally what's going on with you. And this is going to give you an overall picture of what's going on with you. So Aries, oh, I started the house approval process. Excellent. So Aries rising, sun or moon. This Uranus retrograde is going to be in the area of your life that governs how you earn your money. So this is the earned income house. This is also the area of your life that governs your material possessions, your value system, what you place value on, but particularly how you earn your money, your work ethic, your work habits, your job is here in this particular area of your life. So Aries rising, this could look like some of the things that could happen. If there was a missed job opportunity that you had on this previous Uranus retrograde, you may start to see money-making opportunities come back around for you again. If you're one of those Aries rising, again, that had a job opportunity that kind of did not pan out for you, you may start to hear about maybe that job opportunity comes back around again, or, hey Rashida, or you can expect various opportunities to make money. Now, this can also cause a disruption in how you make your money. So some of you could experience a loss of a job, a loss of a source of income, something to effect of how you earn your money. However, even though it may seem like something is like the worst that possibly could happen is someone losing a job or a stream of income, it is there to disrupt you, to move you in a different direction. Maybe you become stagnant in your job and you're one of those Aries risings that just doesn't want to leave, but you know internally this job is not satisfying you. You're not making enough money, or you're not valuing what you do. You don't feel appreciated. And maybe the disruption is Uranus saying that, Aries rising, you're never going to leave on your own. So I need to disrupt this situation, maybe put you in a position where you have to leave so you can go ahead and find something that is more aligned with you and what you want to do with regards to earning your money. Okay, so I know making money is a very emotional thing. It's a very intimate thing, but this energy is there to support you, to put you where you need to be if you become stagnant. Now, this may not be as drastic as losing a job. Maybe you decide that you want to start your own business, or you want to grow your business or take your business to another level. This is going to be supportive energy for you finding opportunities or ways to possibly grow your business if that's what you're doing. Or if you are one of those that's employed with someone, maybe possibly looking at areas that you may want to grow within your existing company that you work with. But definitely a change is coming with regards to your money, definitely with that. So you felt this energy before, last year. So it won't be so startling to you, so you know how to maneuver in this Aries rising. Taurus rising, sun or moon. Now, this is going to be in the area that has everything to do with your identity. How you show up in the world. Your physical appearance also is the area that's going to have this Uranus retrograde in there. So for my Taurus risings, this may look like if some of you were pondering possibly having beauty treatments, cosmetic surgery, something to the effect of changing your outward appearance. Maybe some of you were, if it wasn't cosmetic surgery, maybe you were starting a self-improvement process, a weight loss process, something to that effect. You're going to have, that's going to be a thing for you to come back up. with regards to how you appear and your physical body. Now, we're talking about your physical body. This could also look like health issues or health related matters that you had with the previous Uranus retrograde may come back up again if you've not addressed any type of physical ailments that you should have addressed. So that may come up again for you because this is all about your body, your physical body. Now, because it's in the area of your first house, you're going to be one of those signs, Taurus rising, that any and everything could happen to you. So this energy is just not in one particular area of your life. This can cover all areas of your life. But this could bring surprise information to you that may have been withheld from you in the last few months that you needed. This could bring, in a positive note, some opportunities in all areas of your life. So I just want my Taurus risings, and because Taurus is a fixed sign and it is a sign that does not like change, Taurus rising, you're going to have to let go of that. You're going to have to lean into the change and embrace it and be open to whatever this change is. Again, this could be in any area of your life because it is in the first house, and this could just be anything. This is have anything, it could have anything to do with your money, your job, your relationship, your health, your physical appearance. All of those things could manifest in that way. But the biggest lesson for Taurus rising is you have to be open to the change. Tauruses and Scorpios are I think the two, if not the two most signs that does not do change well. They don't do change well at all. Don't make this difficult on yourself, Taurus rising. Go with the change. It is there to propel you in a different direction. It is there to put you in a better space in life. And I don't want you to fight it, because here's the deal, and I always say this: we cannot fight the universe. We are not strong enough to fight the universe. So if the change is going to happen, it's going to happen with or without our approval, or it's just going to happen. So your approval is not needed to the universe when it wants to make change. Your approval is not needed from as far as Uranus is concerned, because Uranus is there to shake you up, and you're going to have a shake up. But it could be good if you let it be good. So that's my Taurus risings. Gemini rising, sun or moon. This is the area of your life that governs your spirituality. This governs your healing, any type of addictions. This is the area of life that governs hidden things, and this could look like things that you hide from other people, you hide from yourself, or things that are hidden from you by another person. This is also the area of life that governs specialized groups of people and specialized populations. This is, for example, this is hospitals. So people confined to hospitals, people confined to some type of institution, people confined to prisons, things of that nature. So, Uranus retrograde, this definitely could bring up a disruption in your spiritual life, and your spiritual foundation could be rocked a little bit or shaken up a little bit with regards to whether or not you are making a spiritual connection, or whether or not your spiritual practices or beliefs are really aligning with you and supporting you as they should. Because this is a house of secrets and hidden things, I would not be surprised if some of my Gemini risings really found out some information that someone has been withholding from them, and it kind of comes out in a way that nobody thought it would. And this could be vice versa. This could be information that you've been holding on to and you've not wanted to share with people, somehow coming out. But the secret is out now, and now we can deal with it and move forward from it. So that could be your experience. This could also be, because it's the area of specialized populations, some of you may be dealing with a loved one, a friend, or someone close to you that is all of a sudden ends up in the hospital, or, well, it could be somebody dealing with a legal situation that comes up out of the blue, because this is an area for people that are in prisons. So I don't know if this could look like you hearing from someone in prison. Maybe someone gets out and you kind of like surprised that this person is out and they contact you. But somewhere in the area of maybe hospitals and institutions, you have some type of connection, or you receive some type of news, or maybe you unexpectedly end up in the hospital for something. This is also the area of, if you have been dealing with any type of traumas or any type of addictions or things of that nature, this may come up again for you, whereas you thought you had dealt with it. It may come back up again and you need to re-look at it again, or you need to seek out maybe some assistance with regards to helping you through any type of traumas that you may be experiencing or coming up for you. So this is good for going back and doing therapy. If you've done therapy years before, you may want to go back and think about doing therapy again, or addressing any type of addictions or any type of self-sabotaging behaviors that you thought that you had taken care of, and somehow they rear their ugly heads again. So that's my Gemini risings. Also with Gemini risings, your dream life gets very, very active around this time. So you may be experiencing disruptions with your sleep, and a lot of downloaded information coming to you, and maybe potentially having very vivid and strange dreams. I always tell people, when they are going through a phase of having just a heightened activity with their dream life, I always suggest that you write your dreams down if you can remember them the next day. They may not make sense to you right then. However, later on, something may snap and you may understand what this dream actually means. And there's always messages in dreams, okay? Does anyone have any questions so far? Because we are at the first 3 signs of the zodiac. So anybody have questions? No? Okay. The next one is going to be Cancer Rising Sun or Moon. This is going to be in the area of your life that has everything to do with your friends, okay? So your friends, your social groupings that you make yourself a part of. Yours has been messages. Okay, yeah. You need to make sure you're writing them down, because there are definitely messages in there. There's definitely information in there that you're going to need. Okay? So Cancer Rising, this is the area of your life that has everything to do with, I'm so sorry, excuse me. Your friend groups, the social groups that you make yourself a part of, technology, and your long-term goals, your long-term dreams, your long-term wishes. So Cancer Rising, this could look like for you a disruption in your friend group. Now, this could be a disruption. I don't know how this could look for you, but maybe you are making new friends that are much different than than the friend groups that you normally align yourself with. That's one thing that could come up. Also, there could be a disruption within your friend group in the dynamic and how you're relating to people that you surround yourself and call them friends. So it could be a disruption with that. With that could mean maybe some of your friendships end. Maybe some of your friendships have to be adjusted or changed for whatever reason. But it's definitely going to be an energy that's going to put a lot of focus on the people that you have around you and you consider your friends. Now, with regards to technology, I feel like with this energy, this may be my Cancer Risings having an opportunity that comes back around for you to work with a technology-based type project. Maybe the opportunity to work from home is always something that comes up with this particular area. So you may get the opportunity to work from home, which means you have to upgrade your technology within your home. Maybe you are starting a home-based business, or the idea comes back around that you want to try this home-based business. Maybe you tried it before, it didn't pan out, and now you really have given it some thought, and now you know how it could possibly work this time. But it has to do with you having the right technology in your home. And again, this could be you being able to negotiate with your employer to work from home. Now, long-term goals, dreams, and wishes. Missed opportunities are huge for this particular area of your life. So if you have any goals, any long-term goals, we're talking like a year, 5 years, 10 years from now, those probably need to be looked at again and reworked. I feel like for my Cancer risings, a lot of things that you thought that you wanted to do with your life, with your future, no matter, just, it could be in relationships, because this is actually a relationship house. So this could look like career-wise, relationship, just your life in general. I think you're going to be seeing it a little bit differently, and maybe you are no longer aligning yourself with those long-term goals that you made for yourself. And this is a total disruption and a total, cleaning the slate of, this is not what I want my life to be in the next 5-10 years. I want to change it, and I want it to be differently. So be open to the possibility, Cancer risings, that what you thought was your life going forward, you may get a total change of heart, and it's okay. It is definitely okay. Leo rising, sun or moon. This is going to be the area in your career house. Okay. I'm a Leo rising, so I know exactly what happened during this period. During this last retrograde in 2020 of Uranus, I was at home. Because I was at home from the pandemic, so I wasn't working my normal job. This was the period where I started my business of doing readings. So I started a brand new career path during that time. Something that I would have never thought that I would have done, because I was so locked into being a flight attendant. I just thought that was the be-all, end-all for me, and I didn't see myself doing anything else until I was put in a position where I was forced to consider that maybe being a flight attendant wasn't going to be what I was going to do the rest of my life. So I ended up having to be very innovative and creative and making a business for myself. And I never thought that this would work, but it has been flourishing ever since I tried this. So anyway, I don't want to talk about me, but I want to give you an example of Leo rising, how this can happen, because this is going to be everything about your career path. So you're another one. If there was career ideas that came across your mind or came across your desk, or your opportunities, or if you were one of those Leo risings that during the pandemic, like in August 2020, when everything was shutting down, your career got kind of snatched from under you, or there was a lot of question marks about your career, this is going to come back around again. Now, it may not be as drastic as the first Uranus retrograde, but a shakeup with your career is definitely probably something most of my Leo risings are going to experience. But you know how this energy feels. So you know. So if you did not make any big changes then, this is your opportunity to finally say, hey, I may want to change careers, or I may want to start a new business, or I may want to do this. This is energy for you to go back and decide, okay, I want to actually do this time. And now you have the support, but most of all, you have the experience. You know how this feels, so you know what's going on with this. Now, This also is the area that governs the titles that we wear. So a lot of my Leo risings, I feel like maybe there's a relationship and maybe a marriage on the horizon for you guys, because this 10th house is all about the titles that we wear. So this could look like my Leo risings, my single Leo risings, going from being single to married. Okay. Or this could look like some of my Leo risings going from being no children to being a mother or a father or a parent. Your title changing and how the world sees you is going to be like a really big change for you. So I am excited to hear about what my Leo risings are going to be doing within this next 5 months, or what you experience in this next 5 months. Also, this is the area that governs authority figures. So some of you that have a boss, a higher up, you may see some disruption, and maybe some higher ups in your company are leaving for whatever reason. It could be that. And this could also be for those of you that still have your father or the father figure in your life. If he's been kind of acting kind of crazy, or something's been off about him, some of that energy may subside at this time. So if you've been having like friction with your dad, or just he's been acting really, really weird, or I don't know, he may have been going through something, you may see a calmness come over the situation if that's my Leo risings. Okay. Virgo rising, sun or moon. This is going to be in the area that governs international travel. So of course, opportunities to travel for my Virgo risings internationally could come back around. So I would strongly suggest, if you're a Virgo rising, sun or moon, please get that passport or get it renewed, or whatever you need to do, or whatever vaccines that you need to get, because you may have an opportunity unexpectedly to travel, and it just drops in your lap internationally. Or you may decide that the international trip that you were planning for yourself that may have gotten postponed, you're ready to try that again, and this is a great time for you to do the traveling. Teaching and learning opportunities could come up again, or the desire to go back to school or to learn something is going to be a theme for Virgo risings for the next 5 months. Now, this is also could be a disruption in your faith and your religious beliefs. Okay. We have experienced a lot of trauma here in this last year. A lot of trauma. A lot of people's faith has been rocked, because we have been in this area of life that we have never experienced before, and we were just kind of running around here. I'll do Cancer rising again at the end. We're just running around here trying to figure out, what direction the world is going in and our lives is going in. So sometimes that does make us a little bit unsure of our faith. So this will be a great opportunity for you to realign yourself with your spiritual beliefs and your religious practices. And this, for Virgo rising, may look like some of you may want to look into how different cultures worship, and maybe you are in search of a new spiritual or religious practice that you are more aligned with who you are now, because we've all gone through a change. So definitely, Virgo risings, get out and travel. Learning opportunities, maybe the possibility of going back to school or back to an area of study, and definitely realigning your faith, your spirituality, and your religious beliefs is going to be a thing for you for the next 5 months. Libra rising, sun or moon. This is going to be the area of your life that governs other people's money. And this looks like any resources or finances that you share with another person or with another entity or financial institution. So this could look like a surprise with regards to who you share your money with. Now, this could look like a business partner. This could look like a spouse. This could also look like a financial institution. So getting some surprise information. Now, it just depends on how this has been going, because this is all contingent on other people's money and how we benefit or not benefit from other people's money. So let me give you an example. This could look like if you and your spouse, that you have allowed your spouse to be the person that handles all the bills in the household, and you kind of like take a hands-off approach to it. Well, you could find out that your spouse has not been as financially frugal or responsible as they should be, and you guys find out that you are damn near about to be foreclosed on your house because your spouse has not been doing what they need to do with regards to the resources and finances you share. So I would strongly suggest, my Libra risings, that you guys need to pay attention to resources you share with another person. This could also look like you or your partner, maybe one of you guys' income dries up or becomes less. Maybe one of you loses a job, or it could be on the benefit side of one of you gets a substantial raise or something to that effect. So typically Libra risings, that would be you benefiting from someone else's good fortune. Now, this could also come up because this is the area of your life that governs taxes, inheritances, insurance payouts, things of that nature. Some of you could be benefiting from some surprise money just coming out of the blue. Maybe from a tax refund that you weren't expecting, maybe an insurance settlement or a payout. Maybe you had like an insurance settlement you've been waiting for, and then all of a sudden the funds come through. So that could be something that comes to you by way of someone else, because this could happen to you or your partner. But I would definitely strongly suggest that you start really paying attention to things that you share with other people. Pay attention to your credit and identity theft during this time, because that could bring up some surprises that somebody's been using your social security number or something to that effect. Now, this is also the area of your life that governs our intimate connection with someone else and sex. So this could look like with regards to sex, and because it's Uranus, and let me tell you, Uranus is the planet of, baby, that's the planet of, they call it the planet of perversion. I like to say it's the planet of experimenting. So this could look like, for some of my Libra risings, maybe a little bit sexual experimentation in the bedroom with someone else. You could use it for that. Maybe your partner reveals to you that they have this certain sexual type thing that they want to try, and it comes off like a little surprise, but at the same time you're a little bit intrigued, and maybe you want to try that out. And this also is the area of intimacy. So this is maybe your partner reveals that they are not feeling as close to you as they would like to, and it comes to a shock to you because you thought that your relationship or your bond was closer than the person is saying that it really is. So addressing those types of things. So that is my Libra risings. Does anyone have any questions so far before we start wrapping this up? Because we're about to get down to the last few signs, and I don't want... Oh, I know somebody asked me about Cancer rising, and I better do that before I forget. Cancer rising, again, this is in your area of your friends, your social groupings you connect yourself with, your technology, long-term goals, dreams, and wishes. Okay. Cancer rising, a disruption possibly with your friend groups. Maybe you meet new people, some new people coming into your life that are quite different from your normal friends that you align yourself with. But this definitely could be a disruption in your friend group. Maybe a little bit of tension within your friend groups, and maybe the changing of the dynamics within your friendships. Technology is here also. So we talked about possibly this looking like you starting a home-based business, and finally trying to get the proper technology needed to get that business going. This could also bode well for those of you that work for a company and probably negotiating being able to work from home, but something with regards to technology assisting you with your business or with how you work. And this is also the area of long-term goals, dreams, and wishes. So this looks like a possible entire breaking down and reworking, not even reworking, just a total change of what your long-term goals for yourself have been. Again, this Cancer rising could be, you could have been in a place that you thought you had your life planned out for the next 5, 10, 15 years. And now with something totally changes and that entire plan is chucked out of the window and you want to start something new based on who you are now. Okay? So, and this is also a relationship house. So Uranus could definitely, even with my Cancer risings, like my Leo risings, an unexpected marriage, just run off and get married, or someone comes into your life and you guys just automatically click and there's a relationship born. So that's Cancer rising. So if there's no more questions, we're going to move to Scorpio rising, sun or moon. And this Uranus retrograde is going to be in the area of your life that governs your partnerships. These are our conscious one-on-one relationships that we go into with another person. So this could look like business partnerships, marriage, long-term relationships. I put best friends into this house also because these are the people that we choose to be in relationship with. This can also be, this is an area that governs legal affairs, and open enemies are in this particular area. So for my Scorpio risings, change and disruption is on the horizon for the area of your life with regards to your relationships. Now, that could be a good thing. I don't want my Scorpio risings to think that it's all doom and gloom. It could go any way with your relationships and your partnerships. So this could look like, if you're single, Scorpio rising, all of a sudden someone blows into your life and you feel an immediate connection to this person. And Uranus is notorious for us jumping into a relationship and just the relationship taking off and we doing some of the craziest things with regards to love. And that could look like running off to Vegas and getting married, or meeting somebody one night and then 2 weeks later y'all talking about y'all moving in together. It's just a crazy type of energy. I don't know how y'all want to handle that, so that's up to you. You have to feel that out, but that's the kind of energy that you can experience when you have Uranus retrograde in your 7th house. Just the craziest things coming up about love. And like I said, if you're one of my single Scorpio rising, meeting someone out of the blue and you are just swept away and blown away by this person and you never thought that that could happen to you. So just go with it. I don't know how you want to handle this. This could also bring an unexpected legal situation that could come up for you. So, you know, just be prepared for that, any type of legal situation that could come up. But this could also be for my Scorpio risings that are in a relationship. Your partner, whether it's business, love, marriage, whatever it is, your partner just acting very, very erratic or something. They just don't seem like themselves. Or again, could wake up and you've had this long-term partner and y'all been together for years, and then all of a sudden y'all roll over and look at each other and y'all decide that y'all don't want to be together anymore. A disruption. But you always have to look at it as it is an energy that is trying to propel you to where you need to be. Okay? and Uranus knew that you would never do this on your own, and it comes in to force you to do it. So it's there to help protect and to move you forward. You just have to keep looking at it like that. Again, I touch on the fact that Scorpio Rising, Scorpio Sun and Moon, they hate change. So they may be kicking and screaming with this whole thing. But the dynamics within your one-on-one relationships, expect it to get really, just really strange. Just real strange. Sagittarius Rising Sun or Moon. This area of your life will be with regards to your health and fitness, and this could be physical and mental health. This is also your work environment, in this area of your life, your work environment, your pets, and how you're of service to others. So this definitely could bring on some type of change with regards to your health and fitness. So this could look like Sagittarius Risings all of a sudden deciding they want to go to therapy, that they need counseling. This could also look like them just changing everything about their health. Because this is also the area that governs food, this could be my Sagittarius Risings waking up and deciding that they want to try a new way that they eat, becoming a vegan, a vegetarian, eliminating certain foods from their diet, but just all of a sudden doing something totally different with regards to their health, their fitness, their mental health, just whatever. This could be someone that decides that they're going to go to a chiropractor, or they're going to start. This is excellent for holistic type healing. So a lot of my Sagittarius Risings will benefit from holistic methods of healing themselves. Will be great for them. You could unexpectedly decide to go get a pet, or a pet of some sort drops in your lap. Maybe someone is moving and they can't take the pet with them, and you end up with the dog, the cat, or whatever this is. It'll be great for you. Anyway, your work environment is going to change. So I'm just preparing you, Sagittarius Rising, that you need to, look in the next 5 months, your work environment being a lot of changes within that. So you need to be ready for that. Sagittarians love change, so they can roll with this, but a lot of change in your work environment, in your work routine, and possibly your work duties and the people that you work around. So just a lot of change. Just go with it. There ain't really nothing you can do about it anyway. Definitely your work routine is going to change. But I would like for you, Sagittarius Risings, to focus on your health. Focus on thinking outside of the box with relation to healing your body, healing your spirit, and getting on a more healthy path instead of traditional medicine. Okay? I'm not a doctor, so I'm not dispensing health advice. I'm just saying doing things differently with regards to your health will be of a benefit to you. Capricorn Rising Sun or Moon, this area of your life affected is going to be everything about what brings you joy. So this is going to be our creativity, our hobbies, our recreational activities. This is also the area of your life that governs your children, and governs procreation, pregnancy. And this is also games of chance in this area. So this could be the stock market. This could be actual gambling is in this house. So let's talk about how this Uranus retrograde could affect you with regards to those of you that have children of any age. A little disruption, just depending on the age of the child. Your children may get a little disrupted or start to act out, or start to, particularly if you have children that are going into that phase of being teenagers, you may start to see that rebellious streak that they go through, where they're trying to find their independence during this time. So don't be surprised if you have a child that's just been the sweetest, most loving, most wonderful child, just easy child to raise, and then that child turns into a holy terror just a horrible, horrible holy terror. It's just to be expected, and just roll with it, especially those with teenagers going into that. And then we have the back to school. So this is going to be a lot of disruption with the children, with those children that are going back to school after being homeschooled. So everything about your children, their environment, and how you relate to them, it's going to be a thing for you over the next 5 months. So it may be a lot of adjustment with your children, especially with those going back to school. They may struggle with that. So just be mindful of that. Now, those of you that have been trying to start a family, some of you may just find out of the blue you are pregnant. Congratulations if you're one of those Capricorn rising that finds out that you have an unexpected pregnancy. I cannot wait until I get the inbox of one of you Capricorn rising, sun or moon, telling me that I jinxed them and gave them a baby. Because y'all know I'm the baby whisperer. I give babies to everybody. I've given out 3 babies, in the last few months. So some of my Capricorn risings having babies unexpectedly. And to me, babies don't come unexpectedly. If you out here just doing the do and you ain't protecting yourself, that's a planned one. But I'm going to let you make it if you say it's a surprise pregnancy. So that could happen. This could also look like, This could also look like for my Capricorn risings, if you, maybe you're not one of those that wants to have a baby or can have a baby for whatever reason. This could look like you coming to the realization that my road to being a parent is going to look different from the traditional role. So that could look like, and Uranus is good for this, that could look like adoption. That could look like fostering children. That could look like a child coming into your life due to unexpected circumstances. Like maybe there's a family member or a friend that can't care for their child and they ask you to take care of the child. Or you become involved with someone and assisting them in raising your child. Now this could also look like if you're dating someone, because this is a dating house too. So we're going to talk about that. But that could also look like if you are getting into a relationship with someone and they come along with children, then all of a sudden now you kind of like stepmama or whatever. Oh, you've been looking into fostering. Excellent. Excellent. This is great for you. So definitely. So we talked about children. We talked about procreation. Let's talk about those of you that dabble in the stock market. Now, this could get really, really tricky. This energy is very, very erratic. So I don't know how this could go. You can dabble in the stock market, and the next thing you know, you are a freaking billionaire. You just made the right moves. Or you could be dabbling in the stock market and you have lost everything. The energy is just very, very volatile, and it could go either way. So I don't know how y'all want to handle that. That is up to you. But this is also be for someone that walks in and buys a lottery ticket and wins the damn lottery. It's just that crazy. Now, dating. This is also the house of dating and casual affairs. Okay, so those of you out on the dating market, this could be an increased energy of meeting a lot of people. Meeting a lot of people and a lot of different people. Would I say there is a relationship somewhere in there? Could be. But this is the dating house. This is all about you having fun and keeping it casual. So I would strongly suggest that if you see an increased activity of dating opportunities, and because it's Uranus energy, this is excellent for online dating. If you guys want to use online dating, you may have success with that. But I would say keep it casual, keep it light, and don't put all your eggs in one basket. This is also energy for casual affairs. So this is like if you just want to go out and I just want to get my back blown out. I really don't want to deal with a relationship. This is excellent for that. If you just want to do a friends with benefits, a hit them or quit, or hit it and quit it and go on. It's excellent for that. You may get opportunity to do that. So that's Capricorn rising. Aquarius rising, sun or moon. This is going to be in your 4th house. So this is going to be the area that governs literally your home, your family, your mother, and your inner securities and foundations. So this could look like an unexpected move for my Aquarius risings. So I want y'all to be prepared for a little disruption or a lot of disruption in your home life. So you may have to move all of a sudden. You may get an opportunity to move to a home, or something about your living space changes. So if it's not as drastic as you having to move, this could look like people moving in and out of your space. This could look like you rearranging or redecorating, or a lot of home renovation projects going on in your home. This could also just bring a lot of tension and a lot of activity in your home. This is also good for those of you, you're another one, Aquarius rising, if you wanted to start working from home, this could be great for you to possibly start working from home. Those of you that still have your mother with you, I would strongly suggest that you pay attention to her. Just like my Leo risings, with your dad acting strange, your mom may be going through something, so you may want to spend a little bit more time with her and, you know, try to kind of get her balanced on something. I don't really know, but pay attention to your mother. But expect a lot of change around your home life, a lot of activity around your home life. I will tell you that. And finally, Pisces rising, Pisces sun, this or moon, this is going to be activity in your third house. So this definitely looks like an increased activity with your siblings or your cousins or extended family or even your neighbors. Okay. So you may be getting new neighbors. You may be moving, and so now you have new neighbors. Your siblings, increase communication, because this is the area that governs communication. So increased communication with your siblings could be a thing. Some of my Pisces risings are going to need a new car, and I hate to tell you that, but some of you are going to probably have an unexpected car issue, to the point of you may have to get a new car. Okay. But if it's not that, be careful with transportation. Be mindful with transportation. Make sure you keep your car up to par. Do whatever maintenance you need to do to your car, because it may be some energy around just some unpredictability with your transportation. And this goes for you that are traveling also. Be paid. Have y'all seen everything that's been going on with Spirit and American and all the craziness with that? This is what I want my Pisces risings to be mindful of. Getting caught up in transportation or travel disasters. If you can stay out of the air, I would strongly tell you to stay out of the air. I would suggest that you do road trips, which would be I think would be better for you if you do road trips, but making sure that your car is up to par on these road trips, because the airline industry, I don't know what the hell is going on. So then I would hate for my Pisces risings to get caught up in being stuck in an airport for 6 or 7 days. Okay, so if you can take that trip and make it a road trip, I would strongly suggest that you do that. And you're also, those Pisces risings will have teaching and learning opportunities to come to you. So I think some of you may be going back to school also, and just opportunities to get your voice out. And this will be good for Pisces risings who've had a book that they've been trying to publish or finish. I think this will be good energy for you to get your creative juices going again, and maybe you can push out that book that you've been sitting on forever. And I think that's it. That is it. So, do we have any questions? Do I need to go over anything or explain anything a little bit differently? Or do you have anything to add with regards to, now that you know where your energy for Uranus is going to be? Does this sound like something that you experienced last year, so you're prepared for what is about to come up for you? Please share. Or if you have questions, just let me know. Oh, good time. Good time. Do appreciate the continued support that you guys give me, and I love what I do, and you guys make it very fun for me to do this. Now, this live will, as usual, stay up. It'll stay up so you can come back and listen to the replay anytime. I also will be putting this live on my YouTube channel, so if you could support me over there, I would appreciate it. So the YouTube channel is Melanin Goddess Life. So go like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that. And follow me on Instagram also. So I don't want to hold you guys if there's no other questions. Again, thank you for joining me. I hope this helps you with the upcoming Uranus retrograde. Again, you felt this energy. You know how this works. So it won't be a surprise to you. So, you know how to maneuver in it and make it work for you. And as always, keep me updated on your progress when we do these lives. Keep me updated on what's going on with you. I'm always happy to hear that. And schedule a reading with me. I would love to talk to you one-on-one, and we can, see what's going on in your life. So when you do your reading, you will need your date of birth, place of birth, and your exact time of birth. And we can go from there. So without further ado, you guys have a great evening. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. And if you put questions down here later on, I'll just go back and check and I'll answer them. So I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.